How did the Balkan Wars explode? The Balkan powder keg explodes. The Balkan Wars of 1912–1913. The Balkan Peninsula long stood as the powder keg of Europe, home to an overlapping mix of ethnicities and empires. In 1912–1913, this powder keg ignited in the First and Second Balkan Wars a series of conflicts that presaged the Great War soon to come. The once mighty Ottoman Empire had declined into the sick man of Europe by the early 20th century after centuries of stagnation and territorial losses, clinging to only a fragment of land in the Balkans. Meanwhile, regional powers like Bulgaria, Serbia, Greece and Montenegro grew more assertive. These Balkan states, seeking to capitalize on Ottoman weakness and realize their ambitions of pan-Slavism, or Greater Greece, formed the Balkan League in 1912. After securing Russian support, the League declared war on the Ottoman Empire in October 1912, launching the First Balkan War. Ottoman forces were rapidly driven out of nearly all the European territory by the Balkan allies. Bulgarian forces stormed Adrianople while the Serbs and Greeks seized Kosovo and Salonika. The Ottomans stood on the verge of complete expulsion from Europe. Pressured by major powers fearing this power vacuum, the Ottomans agreed to a ceasefire in December 1912. The Treaty of London of 1913 officially ended the First Balkan War on terms extremely favourable to the League. The Ottomans relinquished all European territory except for a small part of eastern Thrace near Constantinople. The victorious Balkan states had achieved their dream of removing the Ottomans from Europe after centuries of occupation. But this victory merely set the stage for further clashes over the spoils. Pre-war agreements over dividing Ottoman territory quickly unravelled once the League members had control over the lands. Bulgarians felt especially shortchanged, having provided the most troops yet failing to gain outlet to the Aegean Sea from Serbia and Greece. So just a month after the Treaty of London, tensions exploded in the Second Balkan War. Bulgaria attacked Greece and Serbia in June 1913, catching its former allies off guard. But the Serbs and Greeks counterattacked, while Romania and the Ottoman Empire opportunistically joined in against Bulgaria. Badly outnumbered, Bulgarian forces were soon driven back on all fronts. The Ottomans retook Adrianople, while Romania occupied southern Dobruja. Isolated and blockaded, Bulgaria had no choice but to seek an armistice in July 1913. The treaties of Bucharest and Constantinople concluded the Second Balkan War, with Bulgaria the chief loser. Romania and the Ottomans retained the lands seized from Bulgaria. Serbia emerged dominant, controlling Kosovo and Macedonia. Greece also expanded its territories in the Aegean region. For the combatants, the Balkan Wars realised nationalist ambitions and the expulsion of the Ottomans. But the wars also left a heritage of hatred and irredentism. Defeated Bulgaria resented the territorial losses and thirsted for revenge. The wars also drew the great powers deeper into Balkan intrigues. Russia backed Serbia and the Balkan League, while Austria-Hungary feared growing Serbian power. Germany supported the Ottoman Empire as a bulwark against Russian expansion. Great power tensions over the Balkans were ratcheted up to dangerous new levels. This volatile situation created by the Balkan Wars thus lit the fuse for the Great War. The assassination of Austrian Archduke Ferdinand by Serbian nationalists in 1914 kicked off a chain reaction of alliances, counter-mobilizations and declarations of war igniting World War II. Balkan tinderbox had helped spark a global conflagration. The legacy of the Balkan Wars extends even beyond World War I. Yugoslavia, assembled after World War I from South Slavic states, proved fragile, plagued by the divisions arising from the Balkan Wars. Yugoslavia's violent dissolution in the August 10, 2023 Balkan Wars of Independence in many ways represented the final chapter of tensions born in the 1912–1913 conflicts. So in 1912–1913, Balkan states successfully capitalized on Ottoman decline to radically reshape the regional map, but its legacy was greater discord, hatred and instability. The unintended consequences of the First and Second Balkan Wars thus made the Balkan powder keg more volatile than ever. Within a year, the Great War engulfed Europe and the world. Subscribe to our channel for more history gems.